What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. And of course, Newcastle has ended with Fulham down in the capital at Craven Cottage. Newcastle 1, Fulham 0. And I've got to say, Newcastle did have a pretty lacklustre first half in the game. The second half did pick up a little bit, but only a little bit. We didn't have the best of games today, of course, down in the capital. We haven't had the best of games away from home this season, but this is what you need to do if you want to be the team that competes for things in the league. You need to be pulling out results from areas where you just haven't been at your best, and today was exactly that. We just weren't at our best. Maybe it was because we had to play the game on the Tuesday going into this. Of course, Fulham also played the Tuesday going into it, but they don't have as many injuries as we have. So, of course, it didn't affect them as much as it did affect us. We, of course, had Ellie Anderson come off the bench as a substitute in the game, of course, for Joe Willock, who hopefully, didn't seem as bad as it looked. He did go off with a knock, and Ellie Anderson, of course, came on to replace him in the game. We did then see, of course, we're seeing Lewis Hall also go off towards the back end of the game. Paul Dummett and Matt Ritchie also coming on, of course. That was just sort of to wind down the clock. But we did see Bruno score, of course, his goal today, fourth goal of the season for Bruno, as Newcastle beat Fulham down at Craven Cottage. And of course, before that, there was a goal by Fabian Shaw, but it was ruled out for a foul, which, looking it back on the replay, for me, that was not a foul. There was absolutely no way that should have been a stricken goal. Because at the end of the day, Dan Burn goes up for the ball. Bassey goes up for the ball for Fulham. He's already going down. He's already leaned back into Bruno. Then into Burn, and then he goes down already before Burns even going up. And they did try to say that was his elbow that he pushed into the back of Bassey, and that is why they ruled out the Fabian Shaw goal. But then, of course, we got last 10 minutes, Bruno scoring the goal, getting with the 1-0 win. And like I say, this is the sort of stuff that we need to be doing, when we haven't played at our best. We need to be picking up, these wins out of nowhere. Now, we're 1 point adrift of 6th place Man United, of course, who are firmly in a tussle for a European place next season. So let's keep pushing on. See what we can do. Hopefully we can get that European place. We do have a good run of fixtures ahead of where we can get the points. But today just was not our day. In the first half it was very lacklustre. Second half we did pick up only a little bit. Willian, João Paulinho, Rodrigo Muniz all missed great chances for Fulham. So if them chances had went in, it could have been curtains for it in the game. That's something that we've definitely got to be working on. Obviously, it can be said that we do have a lot of injuries, so that might be one of the reasons. But, we were very, very lacklustre today. We've come away here with 3 points in the bag, that really, at the end of the day, we got because of that second half performance. The first half performance was absolutely dreadful. Eddie Howe, you could see him in the first half. He pulled the players to the side and he was giving them lecturing on the sideline because it just was not good enough in that first half. We need to be, at our peak. We need to be putting in game after game after game. This is the run in now. There's only 7 games left after this one, so we need to be at our tip top, the best we can possibly be. Yes, I know we've got a lot of injuries, but we need to be at the best we can possibly be to get this European place. We're going up against teams, like Man U, like Tottenham, Like West Ham, we're going up against teams around with, you know, like Brighton as well, Chelsea, who are all trying to get Europe themselves as well. So we need to be at our tip top. We cannot perform the way we performed in that first half today down at Craven Cottage. We must be at our peak to be able to come away with a European place this season. And if we can, you know, then that would be absolutely amazing to come away with a European place, especially after what's happened in this season in terms of injuries. You know, because we have been the worst stricken team for injuries in the Premier League this season. But anyway, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Fulham fans, you know, let us know your thoughts. What did you think about that game today? You know, and looking at the league table, you know, Newcastle at 8th. We are a point behind West Ham and Man United, you know, who occupy 7th and 6th place. So there's every chance, you know, that we can get that European place. Fulham, however, currently sit 13th in the Premier League on 39 points. So they will be trying in their next game now to push on up the league a little bit higher. But let us know your thoughts anyway down in the comments below. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get the channel to 2.5k subscribers. It is taking a little while to get there, but I'm sure we can get there, of course, with support from you guys. But till next time, I'll see you in the next one. Oh well, lads.